Let's get started with our announcements for our Metro Council meeting for August the 20th. If you've got an announcement, go ahead and press your request to speak light. Councilman Pardue.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd like to remind everyone that next Tuesday night, the 27th, is the Law Enforcement Talent Showcase down at B.B. King's Club. Starts at 6 o'clock. Now, this year they're doing something a little different. They've got a special guest that's a professional singer, multi-Grammy winner, female artist is going to be there, as well as Cowboy Troy. I think he's going to close the show for him. I've got to tell you, if there's any Tennessee Titans fans that's listening, they need to be there. The auction that they have, the silent auction, they've got memorabilia of every kind from the Titans. They got a cowboy hat from George Strait, fiddle with a bunch of country music singers, Vince Gill guitar, several other things. The price on it is $15 at the door. All the proceeds goes to the Nashville Children Alliance, who assist in cases of child sex abuse and physical abuse. So it's a really good show, cheap price, and the money goes to a good organization. So thank you.
Great, thank you. Councilmember Allen.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to let the residents of Sunset Place and Natchez Trace know that I'm holding a community meeting to talk about some proposed subdivisions of lots on those streets. The owner will be there to show typical examples of the types of homes that he would be building, and would love to chat with neighbors about that. That will be on Wednesday, that's tomorrow, August 21, at Village Real Estate, 2206 21st Avenue South. That will be at 5:30. Invite interested folks to come, and if they can let me know they're coming, we'll make sure we have enough goodies for them. Thanks.
Thank you. Councilman Stanley.
Thank you, Mr. President Pro Tem. I want to announce to everyone that about a parcel of property in District 14. It's at the corner of Lebanon Pike and Downamy Drive. It's parcel 136 of the Stanford Estates subdivision. The lady that owns the property, she lives right next door to the property. The property is rental in nature. She rents the property, but she has dumped tons of rock and dirt on this lowest line area of Stanford Estates. What's more, as the stormwater drains through the subdivision and off the neighboring parcels, the stormwater flows toward the Stones River 100-year floodplain just right across Downamy Drive. But the rocks that she has placed on the property, a substantial amount of rocks, and the substantial dirt that she has raised the periphery of the lot with, she has created a depression in the middle of the parcel, and whenever we have heavy rains, it creates an accumulation of stormwater, and it will last there, and it will be an excellent harvest place for mosquitoes. I have contacted Stormwater Division, the Director Tom Palco, Ricky Swift, the Chief Engineer, Jennifer Hill of Stormwater Division. I've notified Scott Potter, Director of Water Services Department, and Carl Dean, the Mayor. But there is still no action taken about this property. This is completely out of responsibility. It's our responsibility to regulate this use. And I cannot believe that Water Services Department will not address this whatsoever in any way. And what's more, I've also notified the Health Department about the mosquitoes that will be growing out of that site continually, and the health issues that are associated with the mosquito population. And I would just ask that everyone on the Metro Council, everyone in the community, please contact Stormwater Division, contact Water Services Department, contact Carl Dean, the Mayor, and let them know that it is time that Metro Nashville step up and take the appropriate action to regulate bills more, regulate parcels more thoroughly. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Berry.
Thank you, Pro Tem. I have a quick announcement, and this is, it's never too early to be thinking about poll workers, and the Davidson County Election Commission would like me to announce that they need their help, your help in recruiting poll workers from your districts. So please refer anyone interested in working elections to the Election Commission's website at www.nashville.gov/vote, and there you can go and you can obtain an application. It has instructions, or please call 862-8804 or 862-8947 for an application to be a worker. They desperately need workers. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Gilmore.
Thank you, Speaker Pro Tem Todd. It is my honor and delight tonight. We have a very special guest with us. I don't know if anyone knows that the movie The Butler is out, and it's based on Nashville and the civil rights movement. And one of the main characters that it's based off of is with us tonight. We have Dr. Lawson in the audience with us, who did a lot of training for the non-violence resistance movement, and I wanted him to come forward and speak.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take a minute to speak.
Yeah, yes, you could just take a minute if you don't mind. We'd love to have you say something.
Well, Mr. Chairman, I'm delighted to be in Nashville again. Nashville is like our second home. My wife and I met here. We've been married now for 54 years. Our first son was born in this city in 1961. So, and just recently we ended a 5-year term of being distinguished visiting professor at Vanderbilt. And so we consider Nashville a major part of our lives. And certainly the city that we enjoy being in next to Los Angeles, where we moved to be a pastor of a congregation. And I spent 12 years in Memphis. I helped to build entirely a church in Shelbyville in the United Methodist Church. I've been a church builder wherever I've gone, as well as one who believes that the gospel of Jesus affects and should transform every facet of human life, especially the injustice and cruelty and hatred. And so I'm delighted to be here. And Keith Caldwell, a longtime friend, someone that I feel like a son about him, and I have 3 of my own. We have 3 of our own. And Keith insisted that I come by because you are going to consider the community benefits measure that we in Los Angeles have attached to city government ordinances and development projects for now 30 years. I've been there since 1974. So we understand that in all parts of our country, we have to help the construction companies, the developers, to make a special effort to hire the people in the local community when public money is engaged in it. That is a simple act of justice. It's a simple act of fairness. And so I do want to put that word in. This is a time-honored measure that many city councils across the country have passed at the urging of the community, because it means then that the company heads must do a better job of recruiting and training and hiring the people of the locality for their work. And so I want to say that word because it must be done if we're to change the economic status of our nation. But thank you very much, Councilwoman.
Thank you so much, Speaker Pro Tem. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Councilman Gilmore. And I have to say, one of the best books I ever read was David Halberstam's The Children.
Yes.
And for those of us who live in Nashville, if you haven't read that book, that is a great story of what has made our city such a great city today, how folks came together, and your role in that book, it's a great read, and we're lucky to have you, and thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Councilmember Johnson, Councilmember Johnson, do you have an announcement?
Thank you, Pro Tem Todd. District 29, I just want to give you a reminder that brush pickup for our area, we're Area 4, begins on August the 31st. So please get your brush ready to be picked up. The brush pickup will start August 31st. Also, as usual, every fourth Saturday of every month, I have my office hours, and the office hours are set this month for Saturday, August the 31st from 10 to 12 noon. And we also have Compton's Foodland putting on a free neighborhood ice cream social. And the operative word there is free, and it's open to everyone in the community. It's this Saturday, August 24th, from 12 to 2 p.m. Any other announcements, you can also check the blog for the district, which is www.district29community.blogspot.com. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Langster.
Thank you, Mr. Pro Tem. And while I have the mic, I want to say you've done an excellent job guiding this council when Vice Mayor was out, and you really handled it with ease. It makes me think it's easier than it really is.
I talk too fast.
But I want to thank the constituents of District 21 who really put on a really good night out against crime in several locations throughout the district. Everyone that I attended, it was very, very well received by the community, the SWAT team, police department, fire department, OEM, all came out to District 21 to let the constituents see up close and personal the equipment that is used. And I just want to say thank you for the extra effort that people went through, and especially giving out weather radios. That's an expensive item, and people have just called and said thank you very much that they're really going to utilize it, especially during the season when we really have bad weather on us. But again, thank you, Mr. Chair, for letting me speak, and thanks for serving us well.
Thank you. Do we have any other announcements for tonight? I thought you might have one. Councilmember Moore.
I just, thank you, Pro Tem. I just saw it on my desk, and I wanted to make sure, again, Safe Haven Family Shelter, they are dedicating their new renovated facility, and it's going to be Tuesday, August 27th at 10 a.m. And if you hadn't had a chance to go out and tour this facility, this would be a great time to do this. Again, it's Tuesday, August 27th at 10 a.m. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Councilman Bedney.
I wanted to be the last one to thank you again for your service to the council. Thank you very much. And also, for the people who are watching, I got many phone calls about the building on Barnes Road and Nolensey Road. There are no news yet on what's going to happen there. The final decision hasn't been made, hasn't come through the council yet, but I will send information out when it happens with the link to where you need to go to apply for jobs, some of those 1,000 jobs that are going to be coming there. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Councilmember Johnson.
Thank you, Pro Tem Todd. I also want to thank you for your service over this past year. You have done a tremendous job, and we appreciate your leadership. I know I personally appreciate your leadership. Just want to also express that as well. I did want to clarify some information to my district. The office hours are generally on the fourth Saturday of every month, but this month it was moved to the fifth Saturday due to the other events that are going on, such as the ice cream social and some other things. So we also have the farmers market going on. But I wanted the people in the district to know that it was moved because of other events in the area to the fifth Saturday of this month. But it'll resume back next month and going forward unless there's something that is happening on that fourth Saturday in our community that will move it to another date. I also want to thank everyone for coming out and recognizing our police officers and our police commander at the Night Out Against Crime event as well. Thank you.
Thank you. That concludes our announcements for tonight.